Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sublimation Life. Today we're going to look at how we sublimate onto these socks to make cute little patterned socks for your projects. This is front and back design, so it'll press onto both sides. I'll go ahead and walk you through the step-by-step process on how to make them, along with the materials that you need for this project. Let's get started. So the first thing you're gonna need are socks. These are 100% polyester. The higher polyester count you have, the better they're gonna sublimate on and the brighter they're gonna be. Next, we'll go ahead and have our sublimation image. This is on sublimation paper with sublimation ink. There are two because you'll use one for each sock, and I will show you how to put those on. The next thing you'll need is parchment paper or butcher's paper, whichever you prefer to use. I do like parchment paper because it's what works for me. You just need one long enough to where you can fold it in half and slide your sock inside. And the last thing you'll need is just some heat resistant tape. This is just the Cricut heat resistant tape that we'll use to tape the page closed. All right, so we have our heat press out. This is the, sorry if I say it wrong, the 2C heat press, the 15 by 15 swing away. I do really like it. I'll link it down below if you're wanting to check it out. But this is what I use. We're gonna go ahead and pre-press our sock just to make sure we get all the moisture out, and then also to make sure that's nice and flat. That way your image wraps around it really well. Just go ahead and do about 10 to 15 seconds. All right, so we'll swing that away. Do make sure you're gentle because at this time it can be a little warm. You can see how nice and flat it is now though, and we'll make sure that all the moisture is out as well. From here, we'll go ahead and wrap our sock with our image. So I like to face my sock downwards where the little hole is. I like to have it facing down. It doesn't really matter, it's just my preference. Whatever works for you though. I'm gonna go ahead and just center it there because I don't have a necessary design that needs to be in the middle. So this will work for now. Also, when I fold it, the seam will go right down the line there. When you fold it, make sure that the widest part out is where you're folding it the tightest. And then just make sure it's lined up at the bottom right there. And then fold the other side as well. And you can see it overlaps just slightly, and that's okay because it is on the very bottom centered. From there, you'll just put a piece of tape right over the line there. It doesn't need to be a lot, just a little, just to hold it closed. Really make sure that your paper is nice and folded, just like that. And now you go ahead and take your parchment paper, fold it into half, and slide your sock into the middle of it, just like that. You will press this twice, one time, and then flip it over and then press it again. And we will press it 400 degrees for 60 seconds each. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and flip the sock. Be very gentle. Use heat gloves if you need to. Just slide it back in, center it, and press one more time, 400 degrees for 60 seconds. All right, so we'll go ahead and take our sock out of the press, let it cool off all the way before you start to handle it. You will notice now you can see your image showing through the paper. There are times where paper is too heavy and you won't see it, but a good indication that you pressed it long enough is that you do see the image through the paper. So let's go ahead and let that cool off for just a moment. All right, so it is cooled off enough to be able to handle it now. You'll just go ahead and lift it up, remove the tape real gently. And you can see you sublimated your sock. Really nice, cute, vibrant colors on there. You can see the seam on the back where we had lined it up. It's down the very middle of the foot, and it still kind of blends in pretty well. So that is how you make the sublimation socks. If you buy them and it comes with the templates on the inside, keep those because you can actually use them twice. When you sublimate once, take it out, and then flip it over, and you can see that was actually my second time using it. So it's just a good tip. They're really nice to have because it does form the sock for you. And there's the back side, front, and the ones that I did before. If you enjoyed this tutorial, if it was helpful for you, go ahead and boop that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share for others so they can get helped as well. Have a wonderful day and happy crafting.